3 to 5 years ago, I would have never imagined that I'd be where I am today. And that is being intentional about bringing positive change in the spaces I occupy. But I never stopped trudging step by step into the direction of my dream of being a holistic individual and ultimately wanting to qualify as a chartered accountant. I'm reminded of Shakespeare's poem that says, "The world is but a stage and we are merely actors in it," meaning that in our everyday living, that's where we can make a difference. Hi everyone, my name is Lisakhanya Nkomana. Lisakhanya, which directly translates to "the light is still shining," a name that propels me to blaze the trail as I journey on. I'm a third-year trainee auditor in the Auditor General of South Africa, based in the Northern Cape. In my second year at the Auditor General, which was last year, I was given the privilege to be the Trainee Auditor Forum chairperson. I had the roles of liaising with management, representing trainees, and also coming up with initiatives that benefited trainees as a whole. One of the initiatives I felt strongly about and I'm very proud of is that I identified that we as trainees can be and are strong technically, but sometimes lack the necessary communication skills to better express our thoughts in a clear and concise manner. That is why I started a public speaking club within the business unit. The aim of the public speaking sessions was to better our communication as trainees and everyone wanting to benefit, and also get constructive feedback on the way we communicate. I sensed this kind of anxiety about opportunities after articles. I then came up with the idea of having a seminar titled CASA Then What? So what opportunities are there after you finish your articles from the public sector? You know, I had friends or people I interacted with back in university that then did their articles in the public sector and were doing strides for themselves. Through those relations, I then lured them in to come and tell us their stories about how they got to where we were. In the seminar, we invited Lonwabo Mbanya, who is in the UK at Ernst & Young in the government sector there. We also invited friend Siyabonga Dabula, who is in the government employees pension fund. And then we invited our very own technical manager, Ntabiseng Mokotu. They spoke to us about the kind of trainees they are. They spoke to us about employability and marketability after your training, and just opportunity that this organization gives us to excel. The event was well received. The seed that I planted once again was taken and it is being watered by other people. The current National TAF committee held now the third of its kind after 2020, where they invited recently the alumni from the AGSA to speak to the trainees. What a beautiful sight that as I switched on the match and lit a candle, someone took then that candle and switched on another candle. As part of our social contribution, I came up with the two initiatives. One, to go to a disadvantaged school in the Northern Cape, and the second one, to appreciate our workers, being the cleaning staff and securities, for the Workers' Day on the 1st of May. For the Mandela Day initiative, obviously we didn't have funds, we didn't have enough resources. Then I had to approach our culture committee with the team and ask for funding, whilst also approaching the rest of the business unit to do a toiletry drive and a sanitary towel drive for donations. I remember when we went to the schools to donate the toiletries and the sanitary towels, it was very beautiful to see the faces once again of the young people light up because they have their dignity uplifted, which is very pivotal for me, that yes, sometimes we may not have enough resources. Sometimes we may not even have things that will sustain them for a longer time. But what are you doing now with what you have to make a difference? I was once again given the privilege to communicate to the students, just telling them about my journey, also telling them about the importance of school and persevering regardless of your background, and also told them about the accounting profession and the kind of work that we do. I have grown tremendously from being intentional about the kind of relations I have, for being intentional about the kind of positive change I want to bring. This year, fortunately, I was privileged to be invited to be a master of ceremony of two big events in our business unit. The one being our Deputy Auditor General Roadshow, speaking about the culture shift, hashtag culture shift 2030 of our organization. I facilitated the session beautifully and had the privilege to engage also with the stakeholders that were present on that day. And then it pushed me further. Then I was also invited to be the master of ceremony of our Women's Day Forum launch in the business unit. That initiative also brought out my creative side. It allowed me to communicate and bring that fun professional side into the session. After that, I think coming full circle for my personal development as well as we journey through is that I've been elected now in September to be the first chairperson of the Women's Forum for our business unit. In the pursuit of my dreams, I did not stop trying to develop myself and in turn develop the people around me through my everyday interactions. Now that I am more aware of my relational skills, I know that every single step I take is preparing me for the future. And what does that mean for me? Lisakhanya Nkomana, CASA, is an influential businesswoman, is a woman that is at the forefront of the development of young people and upcoming chartered accountants, is a difference maker, not only in the positions she will be holding, but in her everyday living. Lisakhanya now is a person who, in uncharted places, blazes the trail, starts up the fire, becomes a pathfinder, gives direction, and ultimately has not only a following, but a group of people working together into bringing a positive impact in not only in the profession, but in society as a whole.